This is Mac OS Ken.
An update from Arizona. Apple is officially aiming for more baseball. And a surprise for World Emoji Day, which was also a surprise. It is Friday, the 18th of July, 2025. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken. Brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSCan. Taiwan Semi is speeding up U.S. chip production due to demand, CEO says. That is the headline from a short report from CNBC, though I had to read the piece twice before I caught where he actually said that. In what appears to have been a clear your throat and you'll miss it comment on an earnings call on Thursday, TSMC CEO C.C. Wei is said to have said, the company is seeing strong interest from its leading U.S. customers and is working to speed up its volume production schedule by several quarters. If my script was on paper, I'd be flipping the page to see if there was more on the back and then checking between the pages to see whether I had missed one, but no. That appears to be it. The rest of the, I'm going to go ahead and say article, was about the $165 billion in advanced semiconductor manufacturing TSMC has pledged in the U.S., the 6 advanced wafer fabs built and planned for Arizona, the 2 planned packaging fabs, the 1 planned R&D center, and the uncertainty on the horizon. According to CNBC, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened steep reciprocal tariffs of 32% in Taiwan, but the country is carrying out trade talks with the U.S., according to local media reports. Trump warned of potential additional tariffs on semiconductors earlier this month. TSMC is keeping an eye on that. Looking into second half of 2025, said CEO C.C. Wei, we have not seen any change in our customers' behavior so far. However, we understand the uncertainties and risk from the potential impact of tariff policies, especially on consumer-related and the price-sensitive end market segment. Apple is officially in the running for Sunday night Major League Baseball, and we know because the commissioner of Major League Baseball has said so. Alexander Sherman's CNBC Sport newsletter went one-on-one with MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred in an interview that honestly seemed designed to get current bidders to bid higher. According to the newsletter, Manfred confirmed that NBC, Apple, and ESPN are the 3 bidders for the league's Sunday Night Baseball package, which ESPN opted out of earlier this year. Manfred said he plans to choose a winner for those rights within the month and that they could be split up between 2 bidders. That is Apple's one mention in the report, which is papered with mentions of Disney subsidiary ESPN. I tried reading through it, but the whole thing seemed pretty inside. Well, yeah. What I wish the piece had said is how the package might be split. If that means whoever gets the rights would have baseball on some Sunday nights but not every Sunday night, why would anybody go for that? Seems like it would be harder to set up regular viewing habits without a regular broadcast schedule. Then again, talk of splitting the package could mean something else. American League for one, National League for the other, Eastern Division for one, Western Division for the other. Really wish they had explained that. Anyway, Apple is officially in the running for Sunday night Major League Baseball. We should learn more within the month. One of the biggest AAA games in video games has made its way to the Mac. Cyberpunk 2027 is now available in the Mac App Store. If you're not familiar, a piece from my download blog says Cyberpunk 2027 is an open-world first-person shooter with built-in RPG elements that's known for pushing even the highest-end gaming hardware to its extremes. And it should run well on your Apple Silicon Mac if it runs at all. The game's publisher has optimized the game for Apple's M series, that's M1 all the way through M4. The thing is, it does require at least 16 gigabytes of unified memory, which boxes out some entry-level M1 and M2 machines. Out since 2020, the game still looks gorgeous, and I will still rely on others to tell me how it is. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is in the Mac App Store now for $82.90. Here's the thing, though. Keanu Reeves, Idris Elba, Grimes, $82.90. Yeah, you'll have to tell me how it is. About as far away from Cyberpunk as D&D is from Tic-Tac-Toe, Apple has introduced a game of its own this week. The Apple News Plus diversion Emoji game landed yesterday for users of recent Apple operating systems who are also subscribers to Apple's premium news service. A piece from Mac Rumors says the game was previewed at WWDC, teased as part of this fall's iOS 26 release. The Cupertino company has jumped the gun, releasing it instead to coincide with World Emoji Day, which surprises me every year by being a thing that happens. Explaining how it's played, the piece says the game shows words and blank spots with a selection of emoji and emoji combinations below, and the player needs to drag an emoji into the blank spot to fill in the word. If the word is disappear, for example, you would drag in a pear to the blank spot in the word. Pear can also be used to finish off the word fruitful. Probably not reason enough to subscribe to Apple News Plus, but it is a decent sounding distraction from the nightmare that is the news if you're already paying for the news, from which Apple News Plus is willing to distract you. An Apple News Plus subscription is $12.99 a month on its own, though it is included in the Apple One services bundles. The Emoji game will run on iOS 18.4 or later, iPadOS 18.4 or later, and or macOS 15.4 or later. What's kind of anticlimactic, World Emoji Day brings the announcement of new emoji that won't actually hit for who knows how long. The Unicode Consortium on Thursday announced the next round of emoji headed our way. Out of the 160-plus originally considered, a piece from 9 to 5 Mac says 8 have made the cut. They include an apple core, ballet dancers, a distorted face, a fight cloud, a hairy creature, easily recognized as Bigfoot though not identified as such for some reason, an orca, a trombone, and a treasure chest. When will you be able to send those? There is practically no telling. The new emoji announced last year didn't make it into Apple's operating systems until March of this year. Of course, if you're in a hurry, 9 to 5 Mac says you can try your hand at making your own versions with Apple's Genmoji. The video sharing and hosting platform Vimeo is back on Apple TV. 2 years after ending support for Cupertino's side-set device, a piece from Engadget says the app is back. According to the report, the rebuilt Vimeo Apple TV app lets you access Vimeo's curated library of staff pics, your personal library of uploaded videos, and anything you've saved to your watch list to watch later. Vimeo also says the app supports enhanced playback with chapters, speed controls, and multi-language options. Launched as a sort of competitor to YouTube, Vimeo dropped that idea in 2017, shifting instead to more of an enterprise service, providing a way for businesses and professional creatives to host and sell videos. One wonders about the decision to bring an app back, almost as much as one wonders about killing it in the first place. Whatever the case, Engadget points out that an app is certainly more convenient than Vimeo's proposed solution of casting video from a smartphone or tablet. Shifting to content that's more mainstream, there's a trailer out for the second season of Platonic. Apple TV Plus issued a press release Thursday teasing Season 2 of the Rose Byrne-Seth Rogen comedy series. The upcoming episodes find the two best friends contending with new midlife hurdles, including work, weddings, and partners in crises. There's apparently also a bit of drama between the two of them because drama. Season 1 of Platonic is available to stream now on Apple TV Plus. The first two of Season 2's 10 episodes hit the stream on Wednesday, the 6th of August. The trailer for the second season is up now on YouTube. And finally today, something for children of all ages has hit Apple TV Plus. Up now on the Cupertino streamer, Snoopy presents a summer musical. Apple's description says the show is a musical special about the joy and magic of summer camp and the importance of preserving what you love, but seriously, why send your kids to camp when you can plop them in front of the TV, am I right? There's a 30% lower chance of them getting Lyme disease in the living room than in the woods, that's all I'm saying. Actually, I will say one more thing. Music by Ben Folds. Let's see your summer camp do that. Snoopy Presents, a summer musical, is available to stream now on Apple TV+. This week on the checklist, brought to you by Secure Mac, the FBI has issued a warning. Phishing with a medical theme is on the rise. Problem is, healthcare providers keep losing client info and sending out warnings, perhaps fueling that phishing. What is a patient to do? We'll talk it over on checklist number 432. Find it today at securemac.com/checklist or wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can find me on Mastodon, macOSCan at mastodon.social. You can also send me an email, info@macosken.com. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.